Hello YouTube, this is Kevin from iflightsim, and today we're going to be flying on the PilotEdge network, and that is a program that you can sign up for. It's a free trial right now, so it's a great time to start some training with the mic. This is an ATC program where you have real live ATC and real live pilots flying in your airspace. So let's get that started. Let me show you what it's all about. So first thing we want to do is we want to go into the world here, and we're going to choose our plane. We're going to make sure I'm flying with a 152, so select that. You have to have a tail number in. That's the way that the PilotEdge network recognizes you on their platform, so make sure you have that in there. Then we're going to go to weight and balance. Make sure that you do have the proper amount of fuel for your flight. We're only going probably about 30 miles, so it's not too much fuel. If you want to make it realistic, you can put in your weight, and I am not flying with anyone. And that looks good, so I'm going to close that out. One other thing, we have to go to flight conditions. We have to make sure that we turn off AI live player, so all players off and AI off. And then we're going to do custom weather, and I'm going to do clear skies, and I'm going to fly in the daytime. Now you can choose to do real world weather, but I know the airport that we're flying into, there's the fires that were in California are closing that airport, I think, for VFR, and you have to be IFR rated to fly in, or else they just turn you around and you go back to the airport you came from, or another airport. So we're going to leave that as is, and then we're going to set up our flight here. So we go to Sunnyside Municipal, and we're going to go ramp. Let's zoom in and find a ramp. We'll get one close. So ramp 12. Yeah, that's fine. Set departure. Okay, and then we're going to Yakima Air Terminal. Oh, my daytime didn't change. Okay. And we're going to assumably go to runway 27 if tower does clear us for that. And we don't have GPS, so we're not going to use a direct flight because the 152 does not have GPS. And I guess if you have 4-flight or something you can use, then you could go the straight route. But for me, I'm going to use VOR because I've been studying VOR navigation anyway. And so we're going to fly from Sunnyside, and it will show the frequencies here for the multicom and this CTAF. And these are all real world numbers. So in the PilotEdge network, we'll be talking to real people. So we're going to be flying from there, and we're going to go to the YKM VOR, which is frequency 116, and then we're going to go from there to the Yakima airport. So before I hit fly, we're going to have to do a couple things. We're going to go into PilotEdge's network here, and once you download the program, you do have I think it's a 14-day trial, and they give you 14 days or 5 hours of online training. So you have to follow a flight plan when you get on here. So we're going to do VFR, our aircraft type, our aircraft identification, November 19er 69er. And we are a 152. We don't have any major equipment. We're going to be flying about 115. We're going to 1S5, which is Sunnyside, and we're going to Yakima, which is KYKM. Cruising altitude 3,300. We're not going to do an alternative airport. The route, we're pretty much flying straight from Sunnyside to Yakima via the YKM VOR. And then if you have any special remarks, you can put those in there. And if you are using custom weather, you check that box. So I have already filed a flight plan, so I don't need to file one. So that's that. We can go back here now. This is using SkyVector, and this shows the flight coming in, and it shows the airport. So any information that you need on this, you can click the airport information up here. So I clicked the Yakima airport, hit airport diagram, And here is the diagram for the airport. And if everything's smooth, we're going to be coming right in on runway 27, probably exit and go to parking. You can get information up here for ATIS and tower and ground. And I already have that written down, so I think we are good to go there. So the client, we need to make sure it's in mode C. So if you are going somewhere, they do need you to ident. Microsoft 2020 doesn't have that built in yet, so you're going to have to make sure that you have that checked, and then when they ask you to ident, you have to ident. We're going to connect, but we're going to wait until we get into the sim. So ramp 12, we look like we're good to go. So let's go ahead and click fly. Now this is going to start us cold on the runway. So we're going to have to do a startup and talk on the radio to everyone, just like a real training mission here. The PilotEdge network is definitely good for pilots in training or pilots just trying to brush up on their radio skills, because I am not taking classes at the moment, but I do want to get my pilot's license, and this is a great way to talk on a real radio with real people, real ATC, and kind of figure it all out. Okay, so we're going to say ready. And we're on the ramp here. Let me get my head tracker right. Okay, so we're in. So now we're going to go back and we're going to say connect. And we are November 1969er, and we are Cessna 152, so we're going to hit connect. Okay, and we are logged into the network. So okay, so the plane is cold. We're going to have to get it set up, but I believe we probably should get a pushback from this guy real quick. Oh, not from the forklift, the pushback guy. Oh, I dropped my pen on the floor. Let me get it. Okay. Gonna need that. What is this guy doing? Let's take the parking brake off, help him out a little bit. Okay, that's good. Thank you, sir. Okay, so since the plane is cold, we're gonna start it up, and the first thing, let's turn the fuel on. And then we're going to turn our beacon on and make sure our mixture is at full rich. And turn our master switch on. And let's prime the engine with a couple pumps. Let's crack the throttle just a hair. And then look around here, clear prop. Make sure nobody's around. We're looking good. Let's bring that down to about 1,000 RPM. And while we're on the ground, let's just bring that idle back at 1,000 to about a ½ inch there. Okay, let's look at our... Okay, let's turn our alternator on. Okay, let's go ahead and turn our nav and our strobe and our taxi on, because we're going to be taxiing in just a moment here. Okay, I think we are looking good, so let's get the plane set up here. So we're going to tune Sunnyside 12290. So 122. And let's get Yakima ATIS on 12525. Huh? Yakima.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
What were you calling it before?
I was calling it Yakimia. My wife is making fun of me because I mispronounced Yakima and said Yakimia. Unfamiliar name to me, so. Okay, so oh, it's 12525. Okay, 12525. And we'll switch to Yakima Tower once we get closer. I do want to set up the VOR real quick. And the VOR was 116. Decimal 0. And the localizer is 11010. And I do want to try an ILS approach, so we're going to try to hook up with that localizer. Okay, I think we're good. Set a takeoff, trim, oil looks good, fuel looks good. Oh, we want to set our transponder to alt. Okay, I think that should be good. So we'll make our call here. Sunnyside traffic, Cessna November 1969er, taxiing runway 25, Sunnyside. Okay, so we can take our parking brake off. We'll go full rich. Okay, they don't have much of a run-up side here, but I'm going to go ahead and try to do one anyway before I get to this point. I don't know if I can face more into the wind. Okay, let's put that parking brake back on. Bring it up to 1700. And I'm going to turn to the right mag. We'll see if we see a drop. So, there we go. Okay, there's both. Left. Right. Okay. So it's very minimal, if any at all. That's a brand new 152. What do you expect? Okay, release the parking brake, and we're going to look for traffic. Sunnyside traffic, Cessna November 1969er, taking off runway 25 to the west, Sunnyside. Okay, it's getting a little bit dark. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights. Give it 1 notch of flaps. The flaps up. Okay, let's trim this out for best climb. I'm going to bring the mixture out just a hair to try to get those RPMs up. And we can take taxi lights off. Sunnyside traffic, November 1969er, clear of traffic pattern, Sunnyside. Okay, so let's turn on this, switch this VOR. Try to get it dialed in. This was about 30. Okay, we're getting up to cruise altitude, which is 3,300. We're going to try to stay on that VOR line. And we're getting close. I'm going to bring the power back to about 23. 22, 23. And then let's trim for 23. Okay, we're looking pretty good here, so nice sunset flight. We're holding somewhat on the number. We're about 100 feet high. Trimmed down just a hair. Okay, so this is the VOR that we're heading towards. So that line is supposed to be in the center to be exactly on. So I'm flying a little bit to the right of it. So we could turn our course heading a little bit to get back on the line, but as long as we're going in the general direction, it's a short flight, so we're going to see the airport. It's a big airport. Over a great distance, the farther you are off here could lead to a huge separation at the end. But 29 miles, we're going to be right pretty much on it. Yeah, we're pretty much on it now anyway. It's pretty close. Okay, so the 110.10 is the ILS, so I'm going to go ahead and switch that over and see if it picks up. Okay, it is already picking up, so that means we're getting fairly close. So I'm going to go ahead and, I know the runway heading is 27, well, at least I think it is. He could always, the ATC could always tell us something different, but that's what we're shooting for, is 27. Okay, actually I think I see the runway up there now, blinking. So we're getting close. So that's the thing about the VOR. I mean, if I was going a very long distance and going to multiple VORs, I would try to stay on that line as close as possible, but this is just like flying 30 miles around your house. I mean, you're just going 30 miles in a direction, and you know, so you can be a little bit off. You're going to see. Now, if this were a IFR condition, you would want that to be on as close as possible, which this is still considered somewhat close for a short flight, but long distance, it makes a little bit more of a impact. Okay, so let's see if we can tune Yakima's ATIS. If it's
Sierra 0053 Zulu. Wind 090 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 24. Dew point 7. Altimeter 299.5. Arriving and departing runways 2227. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have formation Sierra.
say 2985, I think so.
Yakima Air Terminal, ATIS Information Sierra 0053 Zulu. Wind 090 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 24. Dew point 7. Altimeter 299.5. Arriving and departing runways 2227. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information Sierra.
Okay, so since I'm flying custom weather, we're going to have information Zulu. That's how it works on the PilotEdge network. If you are flying in real-world conditions, be it nighttime, raining, snowing, then you would have to listen to that ATIS code and give them exactly the code that they said, which I think they said Sierra. It's kind of hard to understand, but since we're flying custom weather, we're flying with information Zulu. Okay, so let's tune Yakima Tower, which is 13325.
Miles to the southeast, inbound and land with Alpha.
And then we'll do ground 12190.
704 Yankee Alpha Bozeman Tower, on our left down, runway 12, report midfield, and thank you for Alpha.
Left downwind for runway 12 and report midfield for Yankee Alpha.
12190, just in case. 12190.
Exec Tower, Snaffle 1, 5 Kilo Bravo, final 20, verifying cleared for touch and goes.
415 Kilo Bravo, you were instructed to call me left midfield downwind each time you're going to make a touch and go, sir. Runway 20, clear touch and go. Make the call sooner next time.
Clear for touch and goes. Roger, I did call at midfield.
No, you didn't. I would have said something.
Yakima Tower, Cessna November 1969er, 10 miles southeast, landing with information Zulu.
Our 1969er, Yakima Tower, make straight in runway 27, report 3 mile final.
Straight in, runway 27, report 3 mile final. 9er, 69er. Okay. So we are somewhat cleared for runway. We've got a report in. Might be a snafu here. Okay, so this is where the ILS comes into play because it is getting a little hazy, I think. So this might help actually a little bit. Okay, so this horizontal line is our level that we want to stay at, and this vertical line is the runway. So once we line up with this vertical line, we can turn dead west and then get on that ILS glide slope. And I'm already going to start bringing the power down. Let's turn on the carb heat. And let's turn on our landing light. Mixture back to full rich. And let's set at least our first stage of flaps. So let's get to about the 90-mile range, 80, 90 in the white. Okay, we're looking good. First one's coming down. Go ahead and put in stage 2. A little bit of a crosswind. Okay, it looks like we're pretty much straight on. Based on our nav 1, we're just a little high, so I'm gonna.
Exec Tower, Cessna 415 Kilo Bravo, midfield, left downwind 20.
That's 415 Kilo Bravo, runway 20, clear for the option, wind 170 at 3.
Cleared for the option on 20, 415 Kilo Bravo.
Okay, we're getting a little low. Now I can see the runway, but on a true ILS approach, you know, you got to factor in that you're can't see the runway at this point, so you have to use those bars over there. So I'm still a little low. So let's get back on that glide path. So I'm very low.
November 6814 Hotel radio check.
Loud and clear.
Okay, Capital
Postman
clearance.
Tower, Cessna Yankee Alpha's downwind. Left downwind, 12 midfield.
Following to Truckee Tahoe 7500.
You're stepped on, you have to stand by, and you could have cleaned all of that up by not doing a radio check first, just making that call your radio check, so stand by.
Yakima Tower, Cessna 1969er 3-mile final, runway 27.
Clear line 12, Yankee Alpha.
It was 6814 Hotel, correct?
Affirmative.
Okay, give me your flight following request again, please.
Sure. It's going to be to Truckee Tahoe 7500.
And your type aircraft?
We're Skyhawk 172 Mike.
Sky 6814 Hotel, departure frequency 127.4, squawk 1614.
Yakima Tower, Cessna 1969er. Did you get that copy? I was on my 2-mile final.
That's 1969, 127, clear to land, wind 1004.
Clear to land, 1969er.
6814 Hotel, about to be back.
Yeah, 127.4. I did not get the squawk code.
Squawk 1614, 1614.
1614 Hotel.
Squawk 14 Hotel, read back correct. At 68 Alpha Whiskey, Albuquerque, altimeter 3015. 361, contact Salt Lake City, approach 135.5.
Salt Lake Center, good evening. Walker 361, Pilot 190 with Delta.
Walker 361, Salt Lake City, approach. Thank you for Delta, Salt Lake City, altimeter 3009. Expect visual approach 34 left.
We'll expect a visual for 34 left and 3009er, Walker 361. And approach Walker 261, would you like us to send via the Nordic 6?
Yes, sorry about that. Walker 261, send via the Nordic 6, Salt Lake landing north.
Descend via the Nordic north transition, Walker 261.
Thanks for saying something.
Yakima Tower, Cessna, November 169er, clear of runway 27.
That's the 169er, taxi parking via Alpha, Minister, good day.
Taxi via Alpha, thank you, have a good day, 169er.
Exec Tower, Cessna 415 Kilo Bravo, reporting midfield left, downwind 20.
415 Kilo Bravo, runway 20, clear for the option.
Cleared for the option 20, 415 Kilo Bravo.
Postman Tower, Cessna 4 Yankee Alpha is clear at Alpha 4, parking GA, ramp off of Alpha.
Number 704 Yankee Alpha, taxi parking via Alpha, Minister, good day.
Remain with you, just via Alpha 4 Yankee Alpha.
And Capital Ground, November 6814 Hotel is ready to taxi.
Number 6814 Hotel, Capital Ground, where are you parked, and do you have information Tango?
Yeah, sorry, we have Tango and we are at Jet Center.
Number 6814 Hotel, runway 17 right, taxi
Okay,
Alpha.
that was it.
17 right, taxi Alpha.
So we can
14 Hotel.
shut this bird down. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull that mixture all the way out. Shut these down. Turn that alternator off, turn the battery off. And the key. And that's it. We're good to go. That was a pretty successful, had a couple little interruptions, but it was a good run. That is the PilotEdge network. As you see, it's a real ATC, real pilots, a lot going on. Definitely nerve-wracking. If you're a simmer, it's an excellent training course that I could say. They have CAT ratings. You can go, I think it's a 1 through 12. They say by the time you're done with all 12, you'll be an expert at the radio in all air classes. So Charlie Bravo, Delta, airspaces. Highly recommend it. PilotEdge.net. And again, thanks for watching. This is Kevin from iflightsim. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. Thank you and have a great day.